Good morning and welcome to Newsmax TV. Welcome to Good Day Newsmax. I'm Michael Smith. Thank you for joining me. Joined by Antonio Rodriguez from the Republican Party and a Newsmax TV contributor. Also, Cameron Stafford, a Newsmax correspondent. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We have a great show for everybody, and that's why I'll make everyone know today that we're going to be opening up our Good Day Kitchen this morning, and we're going to be helping you cook up a breakfast classic. We're going to be cooking up some flapjacks or some pancakes. We have our pancake mix over there. We're going to be at that little glass desk over there, as you can see over there, and we're going to be trying and testing out some various pancake recipes for all of you all watching at home. So welcome to Newsmax TV. We have some headlines to bring to you this morning regarding especially really something that we're seeing, especially out in West Virginia, in the Rust Belt, is a lot of the GM auto working crisis that we're seeing, especially with this bailout that the auto workers and the auto companies need. But first off, I want to start with that now. The auto unions are making some key concessions today. They are really they're pledging some serious concessions to ensure that car makers like Saturn, Planet, GM, Ford, and more survive before Barack Obama takes his seat in 2009, just a few days from now. They're saying they cannot wait for Barack Obama. They need help now. President Bush has yet to talk about this whole auto union thing with them making key concessions. I mean, he has yet to talk about it. Guys, and as you can see, we're just talking about our general headlines now, and I'm going to get our opinion in just a second. Australia will stop all asylum seekers from entering the country today after several terrorist attacks on its nation. We're going to talk to you about that more very shortly as well. Also, the U.S. will be giving Mexico anti-drug funding, $197 million to fight drug cartels across the U.S.-Mexico border as killings reach 5,000 people this year. The drug cartels are going crazy in Mexico right now, so we're going to watch that for you as well. Also, something that's going on at the Bangkok airport across our borders this morning. Thailand's international airport will resume operations after, I guess, something stopped the airport operation. I'm not exactly sure what stopped it, but we're going to get that to you in a second. Also, an Indian airport is on lockdown at this hour after Indian authorities put major airports on high alert after threats of militant attacks against a government coup after major attacks going on at the capital in Mumbai. So very interesting things going on really across the country, really, especially as terrorism is on the rise across the world. What are you guys' thoughts on some of the headlines that we're seeing? I mean, is terrorism on the rise? I mean, do you think Obama has a intelligent plan on terrorism?
Before I talk about terrorism, I just like to talk about, all these car companies, really struggling here in this recession and this economic crisis. And I was actually at the press conference and I had a chance to talk to Mr. President-elect Obama about a few of these issues. I mainly mentioned to him about how Ford, General Motors, and Chrysler filed for $25 billion of federal aid to help bail them out. When I asked the president-elect about the question about these big companies collapsing all over the United States, he said, quote, "It may seem like we may never get out." And he also said that he does not have a plan right now. Now that leads me to wonder, he said that he's going to be able to help many Americans and many American businesses with this, economic crisis, and that, but he doesn't have a statement right now. You would think that a man who based a lot of his campaign about helping Americans get out of this economic crisis, you would think that he'd at least have a statement for the press. He couldn't even answer me on that, but he did say that his administration will be reversing Bush policies to tackle the recession, as well as his team would be working on the with Congress to discuss the American Recovery Act, which would give $1.1 trillion of aid. $1 trillion of aid. So never mind. Sorry. Back to you guys.
Yeah, auto companies really this morning in shambles. I mean, I just Obama has not really, in my opinion, put together a intelligent plan to tackle these. Well, go ahead.
But I mean, like, even looking at the cabinet members, I'm not, let me say this before. I'm not trying. These people could be some of the best cabinet picks ever. I don't think they will be, but there's always a chance. And Obama, once again, picking people with little experience. For example, I had a chance to talk to Senator Thomas Kirkland last night, who was being appointed the Secretary of the Treasury. The only experience that Kirkland has is a short time in the United States Senate as a Democratic senator from New Jersey. I asked Obama how he was qualified, and Obama says that he is a hard worker and he's ready for the job. I then had to follow up after he announced that position, and Kirkman said that you could call Kirkman inexperienced, even though Obama beforehand said that Kirkman was experienced. So I got the chance to talk to Kirkman. Kirkman said that you could call him inexperienced. But Kirkman says that he has learned the in and outs of and the depths of the economy, which leads me to question, many other people have learned the in and outs and depths of the economy. So why has the Obama administration chose to pick Kirkman when there were probably many more qualified positions out there?
Yeah, definitely, and I do
What are
definitely
your
agree with
thoughts on
what
that,
you're
Michael?
saying. So, these auto workers are just, it's just his cabinet picks. Just kind of back to the auto thing, is just really terrible. Tom seemed like a great guy. He seemed like he was nice, but he is a bit too inexperienced for me. Obama kind of got defensive about who he was and things like that. Like we're not. Yeah, I'm calling you out because your choices that you made for Treasury Secretary, that's supposed to be over my taxes. I'm a fiscal conservative. It's supposed to be over my taxes. He really made a bad choice. Really, I don't think that they're gonna be doing much. Just all the way. I'm just not really impressed with a lot of these picks. And then he's gonna put William Barr as Attorney General. He's just a terrible guy. Not really my favorite guy. He's just a douchebag. He's just he's terrible. He does. I just don't like the guy. He's terrible. But go ahead.
Sorry, adding on to what when I was talking to Kirkman, I believe you might have picked this up on air, or it might have been earlier. I was, even though Kirkman is inexperienced and even calls himself inexperienced, excuse me, he did say that Kirkman himself is working on the Emergency Economic Stabilization Act within the and he's working with the Treasury, and the sole purpose of this act is to provide authority for the federal government to purchase and insure troubled assets to provide stability in the economy and financial system. He also says that it would protect taxpayers, and I asked how it would protect taxpayers, but he cannot give me exact details yet because he has not worked on that part of the bill. How do you feel about this Emergency Economic Stabilization Act and the government possibly buying out troubled assets to protect the economy?
Yeah, it's definitely a thing indeed. Nubia, how do you feel about this whole auto worker thing? These auto companies are really in shambles right now. It's just something really interesting going on here. What do you think about it, Antonio?
I really do think the auto industry is collapsing because a lot of cars that are like made outside the U.S. and we need to produce more domestically. And so this isn't a big surprise as the auto industry has been failing for decades at this point. I mean, it's just they're on the verge of bankruptcy. And so we need to do something about the auto industry, like I don't know, maybe bailouts at least. But yeah, the auto industry really needs some relief, and
And
Yeah.
I think Obama should have a plan to save the auto industry because right
uh,
now he doesn't really have a plan on the auto
yeah,
industry for now, and so we need a plan to do to save it. We like such as reforms or bailouts, something like that.
so
So yeah,
sorry, Mr. Rodriguez, Representative Rodriguez, as a Republican, I believe House leadership, correct? Are
um,
you in Republic RNC? Aren't you in GOP leadership?
yes, I am in GOP
Okay, yeah.
leadership.
So as a member of the GOP leadership and a representative in the House of Representatives for the Republican minority, um, You're talking. I want to play on both sides here, and I feel a lot of people are talking about Obama needs to do this. What's his plan? Well, as a member of the House, where you can pass bills to also help this economy. What are the Republicans' plans and your colleagues' plans to help the Americans? Are you guys working on any bills?
So our plans to save the American economy are to do some relief, but in a different way.
But what's
Maybe
that different way?
yeah, that's what I'm about to explain now.
Okay, sorry.
So yeah, so the different way is to maybe perhaps do some types of you know necessary relief, not unnecessary relief, and do a certain amount of relief that will
So,
not do a certain burden on the debt or the on the economy. Sorry.
Mr. Rodriguez,
The,
sorry, but you're not being very specific here.
yes.
You're just telling me, I don't know, Michael, if you want to chime in a sec, but basically what I'm hearing is you're saying that you want to provide relief, but you're not giving me any bills you're working on. You're not giving me any specific plans. So I understand that you guys are going to provide necessary relief, but what is in your necessary relief? Like what are you guys going to do within that necessary relief? Like what bills are you going to make? What are you going to do for the American people to deliver that necessary relief? Or do you not know at the moment?
Oh, the necessary relief is about aiding parts of the industry that are necessary, and let me list them specifically. Relief to some ordinary American workers that are
Well,
struggling, but not like too much, like not too
Mr.
much money, like over.
Yeah,
Sorry,
but, sorry, Mr.
you want to
Rodriguez.
speak?
Yeah, um,
Yes.
you still, you're really not being specific here. You're telling me that you guys want to provide necessary relief, and I understand that you guys want to provide necessary relief. Now, please, if you don't mind, answer my question. How are you guys going to provide necessary relief? You keep telling me, you keep circling back. Oh, we're going to provide necessary relief and not unnecessary relief that won't hurt the debt. So, what necessary relief? Are you guys working on bills? What's going to happen? I don't want another answer of, oh, we're doing necessary relief. Like, what are you guys doing to deliver that necessary relief?
Oh, maybe paychecks. You know, like like paychecks to American families that are so struggling,
Say
that
last time?
are struggling to pay bills. Like
Okay,
paychecks. Maybe you want to speak?
yeah, but so if I'm correct, I heard you say we want to provide relief that will not hurt the U.S. debt. You understand how much debt we would probably go into if we provided paychecks? It's just giving away money and not getting any money in return. So
Uh,
um, I just don't really understand where you're going with this. I don't think that you guys currently have a actual plan on this right now. Michael, do you want to chime in?
Yeah, definitely. And I just want to.
well,
I mean, no. Bottom line is this, guys. We do not need any more aid programs in this country for low people. Okay, we need to just start backing up, letting the government get out of our way, and let them find their own way. We don't need to be giving out massive amounts of aid and just automatically just bad spending and rising government spending. That is
Yeah,
what Obama wants to do. That's what he wants to do, but right now we need to be focused on bailing out the auto industry.
yeah,
We need to be
and
bailing out
you
the
know,
companies. The economic loss is just massive, massive. We need to be
yeah,
worrying about bailing out companies. We need to be worrying about bailing people. That will fall in line. We need to be focused on bailing out the companies, bailing
and
out the
Mr.
companies. They need
Yeah,
help. The auto
and
unions
Mr.
need help.
Sorry, yeah,
General Motors needs
um,
help. It could be too late if they don't get help now. They need
so
help now. We need to start passing bills to get them help, get them
yeah,
stimulated in General Motors so they can get
yeah,
back to work. So they can start producing cars.
so yeah,
It's a
so
real possibility that they
sorry.
can start cutting car brands if they don't get help now.
And Mr. Rodriguez, I don't mean to be so rude to you on air. From what it looks like right now, you guys you want to provide relief, but you currently have no plan to do that. Am I correct?
You are correct because we don't really have a plan right now because first off, the Democrats have a super majority. We can't even block their agenda,
Okay, hang on.
so we have to do that.
Mr.
Yeah, yeah.
Rodriguez.
Let me.
No, but Mr. Rodriguez, this is not a game of Republican and Democrat. This is a game of Americans in an economic crisis, and I believe that any one of my colleagues would agree that if there was a good relief bill passed, Democrats and Republicans would sign it. And I think that you guys need to work more bipartisan because, you know, as a minority in Congress, trust me, I've been there, done that. As a minority in Congress, um, you know, you can't just sit there and be like, oh, I'm not going to pass any bills. You at least got to try, work bipartisan. I'm going to be honest with you. I've made bills before. You're going to start off with everything you want, and once you start working with the majority, you're going to have to cut some things that you don't want, that they don't want, and that's just life. And I believe that you guys need to work bipartisan to, get these bills out because what I see is right now is that you guys have, as the Republican Party in the House, you guys have zero plan to help the American people, and you guys are just sitting here. And I assume this means that in your whole entire term that you aren't planning on passing any bills either, correct? Because obviously you're the minority party and nothing will pass. So does this mean that the Republicans Party, since they are the minority, they're just going to sit here and just let the Democrats do everything for them?
You know what? You're absolutely right. I think we should. And we were wrong because we should not. Now we should not block Obama's agenda. We have to work together to like a common solution. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, we don't want ideas to be very radical.
Yeah.
We have to make it less radical, like not radical that will dramatically change American society
Yeah.
as we know it.
And with with this saying, are you going to have a meeting with your party now in the House and to discuss a plan for you guys, or when can I expect to hear
Ab-
some information from the GOP?
Absolutely, we will meet with our representatives and discuss a plan regarding the economic crisis right now.
All right, yeah. Well, I look forward to addressing your. I look forward to you telling us about your plan in the future. I just hope you guys get on board quick, because we've been um, you know being very rude to Obama. This plan isn't going to work, but at the end of the day, at least they have a plan. Michael, on to your next headline.
Yeah, and I want to just go ahead and talk about these crazy cabinet picks again, these radical
My God.
leftist cabinet picks. And I want to just share a tweet that our own one of our own correspondents just wrote in yesterday, and I think this was just a great tweet, and this was regarding Andrew Cooper. Let me just see if I can grab it over here. Let me see here. I don't know, guys. Let me see if I can grab it. Okay, all right. Here it goes. Here it goes. Okay, I have it. So, and just regards Andrew Cooper and things, and here it is, folks. Let me check it out here. Is it here? Let me see. We gotta make sure it's here. Hold on, guys. Okay, our control room's trying to pull it up for us, but until we do, it's talking about just Andrew Cooper's lack of leadership. Okay, we have it now. All right, let's try it. All right, so this is kind of what he tweeted. I think this was a great tweet, and he said Andrew Cooper's promise of reform tells us just about all we need to know on his knowledge or lack thereof on domestic policy. Andrew's unwillingness to elaborate is not fair to America, nor it is to the American taxpayer. And this is just another example of what I've been saying for a long time is how really just how idiotic Andrew Cooper really is. I mean, he does not know anything about domestic policy. He tells us that he knows a lot about it because he studied political science in school. I mean, just because you study political science at a higher up at a 4-year institution does not mean that you know a lot about domestic policy. He has barely any experience. He has ran a failed news organization, and he knows about domestic policy. I mean, is this crazy? I mean, he failed to elaborate what are his plans? Because frankly, he probably didn't have any. So, what are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, Michael, before we talk about that, I just also want to talk on another headline, if you don't mind. Um, I believe what is a big win for the Republican Party. How about this? I don't know if you guys have heard this, but this was released in the President-elect's press conference last night. Zachary Berger, Obama's running mate, who's a Republican running against him, has been appointed the Attorney General by the Obama administration and says he will focus heavily on reforming the judicial system to benefit many, including the African Americans. How do you guys feel about this pick? I mean, I'm honestly
Well,
surprised
Zachary
from.
Berger, first
I'm
off,
on.
is a
Hang on.
rhino.
I'm on.
He sold
If you
out the
don't mind,
Republican Party. He
please
was
let
a
me finish.
terrible candidate. He is. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Um, and I'm just I wonder, being honest, I'm wondering for our Republicans and our American people, is there a catch to this? Because obviously, I mean, I know, Miss Michael, I'm looking at the rest of our candidates, or Obama's cabinet picks. They're mainly all far left, far liberal, also like mainly like loving socialism. You know, they love Cuba. They love Cuba's government. Um, why would Obama appoint a Republican to be his attorney general? And I'm just confused if there's a catch here or if Zachary Berger is leaning more towards the Democrats. So I'd love to have him on the show sometime and speak to him about that.
Yeah, I think Zachary
How do
Berger
you feel
is,
about
as
that,
I
guys?
said, a rhino, sellout. I don't think he's a Republican at all. I think he is pandering up to the Democrats. I mean, if he's gonna do that, I'm kind of glad he lost. Zachary Berger just not really a good Republican. We need more stronger Republican leadership. We need stronger. I mean, is it gonna take till 2016 till we get a good Republican candidate or what? I mean, we need strong leaders and strong Republican candidates that can help us win, that are true Republicans, not just very weak-minded in the Republican Party, that anything says about how the Democrats are doing this and that they switch to the Democratic Party. We need true Republicans, not Republicans that are just, 1 minute they're Republican and the next minute, yeah, yeah.
A representative, what's your point on Zachary Berger as you're in the GOP?
Well, my opinion on Zachary Berger is that he's not, like as I said, he's not a very strong candidate. I mean, that he's most one of the most weakest candidates in Republican Party history, and we need to
Mm,
change that. As Michael said, we need strong Republican candidates,
yeah,
and that's what we need. I mean, we need strong Republican candidates in the next election, and then the and 2012 presidential election will hopefully change that because
yeah,
we need strong candidates
yeah. I'm kidding.
for the
Yeah,
presidential election, and then the 2010 midterms for the Congress and the Senate. I mean, the House and the Senate. Sorry.
yeah. Well, thanks for that input, Mr. Rodriguez. And I don't know if it's just me, Michael, but I'm getting a little hungry. When are these pancakes gonna get cooked?
Oh yeah, I think we're all getting hungry. Everybody, again, we're going to be cooking up some good old-fashioned American flapjacks here on Good Day Newsmax. Stay tuned to Newsmax. We'll be right back with more right after this. And welcome back to Good Day, live here from Orlando, Florida, live from our main studios. I'm Michael Smith. Thanks for joining me. I'm kind of here on my ledge here where the couch is because we're going to start our first ever Cooking with Friends segment, guys. We're going to have a great time. We're going to be cooking pancakes today. So we're going to move. You guys got in the background. We're going to have fun with this. We're going to, my camera's going to follow me around, okay? So we're going to, you all are going to show us how we're going to be cooking pancakes. So we're going to kind of switch between my camera and the camera right there behind me. So let's go ahead and just start with my camera right now. So let's go ahead and go to these guys and let's figure out how you cook some pancakes. So guys, how do we cook these pancakes and what is the process that we use?
Yeah, so it's a really easy recipe. All you need is right now we're using some pancake mix, as you can see on our counter. All you need is just 2 cups of the pancake mix. You need a bowl, so we have a bowl right here. Newbie, do you want to put the ingredients in as I explained?
All right.
Right,
So
you
we
can just
have
kind of put it in
just like
in the little pan there, and you can see. I see that you guys have put a stick of butter in there.
Yeah, we're just leaving that right there for a minute. But so you're just gonna need a big bowl, and then you're gonna pour 2 cups of the pancake mix in. So I believe that Mr. Rodriguez is gonna do that right now.
All right.
Like I said, this is a
All
very
right.
neat
It's
recipe.
right there.
Yep.
Right.
And then you're just gonna grab 1 cup of milk, which I can do. And then all you're gonna need is just 2 eggs. So Antonio, if you wanna just put the 2 eggs in there.
All right. Let me get the eggs.
Perfect.
There you go. So it
All right.
actually smells pretty good from here, really.
So now we're just going to bring our bowl over here. And as you can see, we have our stove, which is awaiting us to fire it up. And we have our pan. So what you need is just to put your bowl with pancake mix on the side. You can use like a spoon or a ladle, whatever you want, and have your pan ready. And you are going to grease or spray the griddle or skillet with butter. Generally butter is how I use it. And then you're going to use it with medium to high heat around 375 degrees. So make sure with your pancake bowl that everything is all stirred together so it makes a nice batter. And then what you're going to do is, which Antonio will demonstrate in a minute, you're just going to scoop the batter onto the pan or make a little round circle. And then you will cook until the edges are dry. Then you flip it until those edges are dry, and then you put it on a nice plate and enjoy your pancakes. So, Antonio,
it's
if you want
like
to
a pretty
demonstrate.
easy process, really. So when we come back, we're going to bring the pancakes over to this table, and we're going to try it down. But really, it's a very interesting process here, and you can see what the oven is at right there, so you guys can see it from home right there. But that is what we're doing right now. We're going to all gather around the table and try these pancakes. When we come back, that was kind of a quick thing that we did there, so we're going to finish cooking up the pancakes, guys, over here. So finish that up. And then we're going to come back over and we're going to eat the pancakes. So we'll be right back with more Cooking with Friends right after this.
All right, so you're driving down the freeway doing about 60 when you notice the guy next to you is steering with his knees, eating a cheeseburger and talking on the phone. And that is exactly why the all-new 09 F-150 is the safest truck in America. It's got a high-strength steel safety cage, side impact airbags, safety canopy, 5-star crash rating, and roll stability control. Because it's not just crazy out there, it's certifiably insane, okay? It's not just a new truck, it's the 2009 Motor Trend Truck of the Year.
How can this be a salad?
Taco Bell's new fully loaded taco salads featuring chipotle steak. Carne asada steak drizzled with creamy chipotle dressing, then loaded with beans, cheese, rice, and just enough lettuce so it's technically a salad. Think outside the bun.
I'm working for an hourly wage. I went to high school, didn't do great. Still, I gotta make more cash. More education is what I'm looking at. When I get a degree, I will make a bigger salary. So now I've got to see which college is right for me. I went on the internet and found Education Connection. I took some free tests to find out my direction. connection. Match me with the right college for free. Get connected for free. Free with Education Connection. Get connected for free. Free with Education Connection.
What taste gets athletes this excited? Frosted Flakes. Crunchy flakes perfectly coated with sweet frosting makes them a great tasting part of a nutritious breakfast. Kellogg's Frosted Flakes are more than good.
Welcome back to Breakfast with Friends live on Newsmax TV. Our own Antonio Rodriguez is over there cooking up those flapjacks for us. But me and Cameron over here kind of just washing our hands and getting ourselves ready to eat these wonderful pancakes here in the studio. But I mean, I'm hungry, Cameron. I mean, so what recipe is this? I mean, I know it came from one of our sponsors over at Betty Crocker. So what kind of recipe is this? I mean, pretty simple for people who fell at home.
Yeah, so this is just a nice pancake recipe that are, according to the website and my own taste buds, very soft and tasty. Best served with some nice syrup, maple syrup, and butter. Just really nice flapjacks, and one of my favorite American meals. What about you, Mike? What do you think about these?
Oh yeah, very Americano meals. Other than actually, you know what? I do not use maple syrup. I use typical Americano syrup, but maple syrup on some stuff is still pretty good.
I think maple syrup's better.
Maple syrup is not that well. I mean, it
Yeah.
depends. I mean,
Let's head over to our chef, Antonio. Antonio, what do you think? Maple syrup or artificial?
I use maple syrup.
There
because
we go.
So I guess
Michael,
everybody here uses maple syrup. Huh? I don't use
two
I've
against
never
one, two
had
against one.
natural maple syrup before. My mother has. She's from Michigan. I'm sure she probably had natural maple syrup. I've never had maple syrup.
Try it sometime.
I've had it out from the store, but I mean, I don't typically use maple syrup. That's just I
You
don't.
gotta. I mean, if Chef Antonio
it's better
says,
if it's
if Chef Antonio says
it's better
he's-
if it's not artificial.
yeah, it tastes better too. Michael, if Chef Antonio
Yeah,
says he uses it, I think you gotta use it from now on.
Oh, I guess we're gonna have to use maple syrup today.
Yeah,
I guess we'll be
I agree.
testing it out with maple syrup today, folks. And like I said,
Yep.
for all of us folks that are
American
not from
favorite.
up north watching today, I'm sure you all know exactly how I'm feeling. So I mean, we're gonna have a great
Alright.
I mean,
time.
Michael,
Yeah.
maple syrup. There's a lot of it in Vermont, so I mean, I feel like a lot of these people up north are having maple syrup too. I think that you're just with the wrong syrup.
Well, I mean, I use.
Look,
I'm sorry. I was about to say Aunt Jemima. I'm sorry. Pearl Street Brew. Milling Company.
Yeah,
I use.
Michael,
I use
I-
that.
I think our pancakes are about done, so I have one more funny question for you guys, and feel
Yeah.
free to comment in the chat. Is it syrup or syrup?
Syrup.
Syrup. Antonio?
Syrup. Syrup.
Syrup or syrup?
I think it's syrup.
Yeah.
I just use to get the syrup. Well, I use syrup or
Yeah.
syrup. I think it's syrup. I mean,
Syrup or
that's
syrup?
just my
Yeah,
natural
my
Texas accent with the
Oh,
R.
Michael,
Syrup.
Michael, hey, Michael, listen. The majority have spoken, okay? Fair vote. 2-1. You lost both times today. We got maple syrup win and syrup for the win. How do you feel?
Yeah, I think on
You
my
lost.
kind of
You
thing that I
lost the
do. Yeah,
election.
I tell you. But I say syrup because it's kind of syrup instead of syrup. I say syrup.
No, man. You lost the vote here today, Michael.
I think
yeah.
so. Well, let's go
All
ahead and have
right.
Cameron and
I guess you
Antonio
get.
bring over our pancakes, and we'll all be up here to try it. But I mean,
All right.
I think most of what I do for my pancakes, I think today lost maple syrup and syrup. Syrup. Go ahead and give us a thumbs up if you use syrup. I know some of y'all say syrup. Okay, I know I'm not the only one watching today that's here that it says syrup. Okay, we're
I
having a
think
battle between
Antonio has our
syrup and maple
pancakes.
syrup. What'd you say?
Said I think Antonio has our pancakes.
Yes, he does. I think. Oh well, I think they're on
All
the other side
right.
of the camera. There we go. Okay.
There.
Okay.
No, put it a little down.
Hang on, folks.
Okay. We're just trying to put them down. There
All
we
right.
go. There we go.
All
All
right, that's
right.
fine.
So there's our
Okay. Yeah.
pancakes right there,
Okay.
folks, and they look just golden and buttery.
Mm.
Can we get the camera closer on this? Let's get on. Let's get on this. Hold on, guys.
Let's pour that maple syrup.
And then you can see the
It's
maple
Syrup.
it's
syrup
just a
on there. Look at
masterpiece.
those pancakes.
That's
They are just the juiciest
oh
pancakes you have ever seen. They're
How do you
nice and
smell it?
round, brown in the middle, maple syrup on top, and a little slab of butter on the top just to top it off. So you can make this recipe at home. Go to BettyCrocker.com, or to find it more, go to our website, www.newsmaxtvroblox.com. We're going to have that recipe for you there as well. But let's go ahead and chat on these pancakes, okay, guys? I mean, we've got some
all
great
right.
pancakes here to eat. I mean, what do you guys think about it? I mean,
Yes, each of us can get our own. Oh, and then
you think I guess we got 4 things of
All
pancakes
right.
here, huh? Yeah.
One for you. One for you,
And
and
there
one
we
for me.
go. And there's our forks. Let's go ahead and chat on. Let's go ahead and take a look and eat. Let's just try this.
Antonio, there's
All
your.
right. Bon appetit.
It's
All right,
pretty good. I
everyone.
mean, it's
Bon
juicy. It's
appetit.
nice.
Mm.
It's
I think that maple syrup really pushes it through.
I might have to go to my office and grab some real American syrup. I think the
Nah,
guys in the back, I might have to go upstairs and grab some real syrup.
That's the fake. Get your organic maple syrup.
Ugh.
Support our farmers. Support our farmers. Come on, guys. Vermont. Vermont needs
We
you.
gotta support our syrup farmers, right? Yeah, we're gonna shout out
Yeah,
on these
yeah,
pancakes.
support our.
Yeah,
Yes. Oh my gosh, it's delicious.
pretty good.
These
They're
are
pretty
one of
good.
the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
good.
The syrup really puts in the flavor and the butterness.
Oh
And,
yeah,
like
Mm.
it's so
it definitely puts it in.
delicious and juicy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
Really. Yeah. It's
Wow.
really
Thank
just
you,
good.
thank you, Antonio, for cooking these amazing pancakes.
Oh yeah, and I think
Yeah.
what,
You're
for National
welcome.
Waffle Day, I think we all should eat waffles. Yes,
I gotta go
yes,
put my
yes.
Yes.
pancakes
We
back.
should, we should dress up as waffles.
Oh yeah, we should do all do this again. But don't worry, everybody. We're gonna probably have cooking with friends every other day during the week, everybody. So we're gonna probably have more cooking with friends. This is not gonna be the last time. This is definitely not the last time we're gonna have cooking with friends. Okay, guys. Let us know what the next food we should cook for breakfast with friends this morning. Okay. A lot of you guys are saying hash browns. A lot of you are saying sausage. I mean, various things
I
that we
love
could
some
cook.
good hash browns myself.
That's actually one of my favorite
These
things. Hash
are
browns
yeah.
and pancakes.
All of you guys, what are suggesting are just classics.
These are
Hmm.
all just American classics here, and I'm very glad we were able to make it. But coming back,
Um.
we're going to get out of our chef hats. We're going to leave our pancake here, and we're going to get out of our
We'll get,
chef
we'll get
outfits real
the,
quick. We're going to head back into our suits and ties, and we're
I
going to give
say
our
what?
final thoughts on the news today. But we're
Yeah.
going to chat on these pancakes
Mike,
first, so it might be
Michael
a
and
while.
Antonio,
So we'll
I
be right
say
back.
I'm full. I say we give the remains to our amazing producers and cameraman. What do
Oh,
you guys
yeah,
say?
you know what? Let's just give it to them. I'm
Yeah.
sure they'll enjoy it.
All right. Come on.
All right, we'll be right back,
I'm
everybody.
gonna just grab the pancake and
Right back, everybody. And we had a great segment, everybody. We had a great show. I do appreciate all of you all watching, and we did end up giving the pancakes to our wonderful producers and staff that help make this show possible every day. So
Shout
we
out
do
to
thank them.
Pancake Mix. Shout out to Pancake Mix.
Oh yeah, by the way, this is our sponsor, Pancake Mix. Pancake Mix. Yeah, that's the pancake mix we use today. By the way, go ahead and pick that up at Walmart, Target, Tom Thumb, Kroger. It's everywhere, guys. Okay. By the way, our faces should be on it from Good Day Newsmax. So we're their official sponsors. So please be sure to pick that up if you want a classic taste of Americano, like we just tasted here on Good Day Newsmax. Let's go ahead and get in our final thoughts, folks. We kind of left our chef hats on because things got a little bit messy in here, but don't worry, our folks are cleaning that up.
Fun segment.
So, very fun segment, actually. So, let's go ahead and get in our final thoughts here today. What do you guys think about the whole Obama and the auto workers thing and just everything that's been going on? I mean, I'm kind of glad we had that segment to kind of break the ice, and we'll do more of that.
I just hope
go ahead, guys.
I just hope that the parties are going to work together to get the Americans out of this, depression.
Yeah, we got to get out this recession. And Antonio, what are your thoughts on everything?
I really do. I really do think Obama should have a plan to get us out of this recession, and we should improve bipartisanship to not make his policies radical. We need to make it less radical, and so that's what we plan on intending to do on.
Yeah, definitely. We need to make less radicalized policies, and my final thoughts are we need to work together as one America to get us out of this recession, this quasi-recession that we are in, to help families and, just kind of get out of this crisis in general. But I do definitely want to thank all of you for watching Good Day this morning.
Go ahead. Yeah, before we go, sorry, I just also wanted to announce to everybody, I believe that the press gallery will be open for press. I'm unaware about visitors, but I assume visitors will be able to come as well. The Senate will be gathering in for its first session in a while at 3 p.m. Eastern today, so in about a little under 3 hours. I know that I myself will be there. Michael might be there. Newsmax correspondent might be there. So if you guys ever see us around, make sure to say hi. We'd love to talk to you guys.
Yep.
And then the House of Representatives will be gathering in 2 hours and 30 minutes later at 5:30 p.m. Eastern time. So make sure. I believe, Michael, are we going to be covering that today?
Yes, we will. I believe we will.
So yeah, I believe that we will be
special
live streaming
report.
this. I believe that we'll be live streaming the sessions. So if you can't make it or if the press gallery is closed or visitors, make sure to tune in. We'll be talking to you guys, giving you guys live coverage. I appreciate Pancake Mix, and all our viewers, please make sure to comment and DM Michael saying that maple syrup is better than artificial syrup.
Yeah, right. All right.
So I would like to say, Michael, please try maple syrup more. Thank you.
Try it. If Chef Antonio says you gotta do it, folks.
I think so. Well, everybody, thanks so much for watching. We do appreciate all of you all watching, and have a great day. We'll see you all around 1 o'clock for our special coverage. We will be breaking into your regularly scheduled programming around that time for a special report from Newsmax TV. You see you then.
Alright guys, thanks for watching.